Well, welcome to my messy camper. Today we've got a field repair job and it's not one I really feel like doing. I've been wondering why my batteries in the camper don't get me through the night. I've got two 12-volt batteries in series making 24 volts. When the sun comes up, the voltage rises way up and then the charging cuts out and then the voltage drops down to about 25. Then that whole cycle repeats over and over and over again. And I noticed that early in the night, even though my batteries have been on charge all day, they start out at about 25.6 volts. Going, that sounds very much like I've got a dodgy battery in there. So today I'm going to go and have a look. I have already done a little bit of preliminary assessment, but let's go out and put the meter on things. I've already taken the screws off for convenience. Firstly, we're going to check our current, what's going in and out of the battery. I've turned on my oven to create a constant load, which has helped stop those fluctuations. Let's go over to DC current here. Now, these are a magnetic force sensor that can get saturated, so this is registering about 2 amps as is. We've got to remember that. So it says we're pulling about 1.5 amps. Probably putting about 2 or 3 amps back in, which is consistent with that. Now we want to go to volt mode. Let's check our batteries together. So this is 27.9 volts. Okay, let's check one battery. One battery here is 13.9, that's what I'd expect. This battery over here is 13.9 as well. They've come up to balance now, they weren't before. Pretty sure if I disconnect the solar panels that might change. Alright, I have a solar panel isolation in here. I can turn that off. Alright, let's see what our batteries are doing now. So the pair comes down to 25.4. Let's put this in here, 13.3 and 11.8. I'd say this battery is the knackered one. Now, good news. Right, the good news is the trolling battery I use is exactly the same as these, although it's been in the weather a little bit more. Let's whack a probe on these two, see what we get. So this is 12.9, so this one's been charged and kept pretty healthy. I can conceivably swap them around. I don't intend to be using the trolling motor, but I do need the ballast weight, so a dead battery makes good ballast weight. So we might swap these batteries over. Alright, we're going to isolate our solar panels here. We're going to do that. Now most of our battery stuff comes in here. We're going to turn off our inverter. We're going to start shutting things down. Unplug our oven from that end. Alright, that should be pretty well isolated. Now we've got to pull some battery terminals off. Now in an ideal world you'd change both batteries at once. This situation is not ideal. So we're changing what we have in the field. Now we want to be careful not to touch anything, although this is largely not grounded. But actually maybe it is, we're never sure. Better safe than sorry. The problem is I'm going to have to remove this whole bracket to get it off. Yeah, I'm going to have to remove the whole bracket, which means I'm doing the negative on this side as well, which is a bit more difficult to get to. Swing you around under there and hope we don't short things out. See if we go here. I think I need to do something about the rust in the bottom of this one day soon too. There we go. Now we can start and hook things up again. A bit of contact cleaner is in order for that. 14. Okay, we want connection as quick as possible because we've got oven running. So we're going to start hooking this up and we'll do them later. Oh, there goes a bit of zappy. Might go turn the main isolator off. Okay, main isolator's off now. That's a little bit better. Less zapping happening there. Now we want a terminal screw. Now, another little thing hanging down. This is the temperature sensor for the solar regulator. We might as well put that in here while we're at it. So solar regulator says 0, which is not a good sign, but we'll plug our isolator back in, showing 25.7. Let's turn our panels back on. Should see that in a minute. And then we should start see current coming up. That's good. And how's our volts? Are they going to shoot up? Or are they going to saturate and shoot back down again? I think they're going to be alright. That's about the current that the oven pulls, which is nice. Alright, we're back behind the seat here. Oh, can I main isolator back on? What's our voltage up here? 28 volts. The other battery might not be healthy either, but this gives us the best chance to make things work. Right, let's take a look at the battery we pulled out now that it's been sitting for a bit. We are at, what are we at? 12.25 volts, so it's probably not that bad, but it is misbehaving. I can't do battery resistance with this thing, otherwise we'd be checking its internal resistance. But either way, hopefully we get better life out of our batteries. Now I will put this back in place of the trolling battery. It might give me some use. Right, one last thing I'm going to do. I'm going to turn off the main loads and we're going to see if things shoot up and cycle again like they were before. And now it looks like current and voltage are going to sit pretty level without the load. So it looks to be that the problem is somewhat solved, at least for the temporary. We'll turn our oven back on. My pizza's still cooking away in there. That's good. Probably got enough power even to heat the water up in a bit. We'll do that later though.